What's up? It's Jacy Whipper. We're setting up for the Washington Midsummer Renaissance Fair right now. And one of the things I always get whenever I do shows is people telling me that they're there for their very first ever Renaissance Fair. And it got me thinking is that we should do some tips and tricks for people who are coming to their first Renaissance Fair. So this is for you, whether you're going to your first Ren Fair, whether you are a Ren Fair veteran, we will have some advice for you in this video. Come on, check it out. Let's talk. Tip number one. Get there early. So Renaissance fairs right now, they are more popular than they have ever been before. And that means, especially as the season goes on and the crowds get bigger and bigger, it can take sometimes 2 hours just to get to the front gate from the highway. You go a mile from the highway to the parking lot and then to get in the gate. If you get there earlier, let's say right around when the festival opens, you'll breeze in, you'll have no trouble. This also applies to, by the way, the run of the season. People often assume that the first weekend, second weekend, that things are absolutely packed because people are so excited to go back to the Renaissance Fair. It's not true. Generally, the first 2 weekends of any fair are the lightest attended weekends. So if you're a regular Ren Fair goer, get there on the first or second weekend, you'll find the lines are a lot shorter. And by the way, getting there early also applies to my shows. So this is the setup that we have here at the Washington Midsummer Renaissance Fair. We are fully expecting there to be standing room as far as the eye can see for all of my shows about 20 to 30 minutes before the show begins. So if you want to see my show, you want to get there early enough to get a seat, or the alternative, and this is the exception to the rule, come to the last show of the day. People tend to leave as the day goes on. The last show of my day is usually the lightest attended, unless it's a secret show. Exceptions on exceptions, what can I say? Number two, and this kind of builds on what I was just saying, get your tickets early, especially for shows where I'm going to be there on a limited run. So for example, I'm about to do 4 days here at the Washington Midsummer Renaissance Fair. 3 of those 4 days are sold out. Some of them have been sold out for a couple of weeks already. Don't take your time getting your tickets. As soon as you know what day you can go to the Renaissance Fair, get your tickets for the Renaissance Fair, even if I'm not there. Renaissance fairs, again, more popular than ever. You want to make sure that the fair doesn't sell out because a lot of these fairs, even though they're outdoor venues, they do have capacity limits, and you want to make sure you can get in the gate. Rule number 3, bring cash. Here's the thing about the Renaissance Fair. You have thousands upon thousands of people, generally in a fairly rural area, usually in the woods or in a field, and service gets pretty spotty. So even if vendors accept cash, Apple Pay, Venmo, whatever it may be, there's a chance that they can lose service and then you have to go back to the almighty dollar. Plus, having cash means you can tip performers. A lot of vendors will only accept cash. And you know what? It's fun to carry around some money sometimes. Rule number 4. Have an idea of what you want to see at the fair. Now, it is very easy when you walk through the gates of a Renaissance Fair to look around and go, oh my goodness, there is so much to see. And sometimes that can be a little overwhelming. But if you look on the website before you go, if you take a look at the program, if they give you a program when you come through the gate, you can take a look, see what shows there are, see what time those shows are. You can say, well, let's go see this act at 1 p.m. and then go see this act at 2 p.m. You can get a sense, start to plan out your day, and make sure you have time to get water, get a drink, get food, make sure you don't miss the last joust. Whatever it may be, whatever you want to see, go in there and have a rough idea. Then again, though, don't be afraid to get lost. Don't be afraid to explore. Don't be afraid to poke your head into places that you might not normally go. Number 5, let's talk about something called trinket trading. Now, this is something that's really grown in popularity over the last couple of years, and this is where people bring little knickknacks, small little mushrooms, small little ducks, maybe knickknacks they made at home, and they will trade them with other patrons at the fair, performers, vendors, whatever it may be. So if you want to maybe play a bigger role in the Renaissance Fair community, get to know other people who are at the fair, bring maybe 25, 50, 100 of something small, something you can get in bulk or something you can make in bulk, and trade it with other people. The one thing you are going to want to know is get a sense for which fairs, which acts, who participates in trinket trading. There are fairs that have banned trinket trading because they don't want it happening on site. There are performers like myself who don't really participate in trinket trading. Whatever it is though, have fun with it, enjoy. But that said, there is one Jacy Whipper trinket that you might be interested in. So about a year ago, I partnered with U2s and we offered the Jacy Whipper plush. Now, a lot of people were very excited for these. However, a lot of people missed the window to get one. And they let me know, they were like, Jacques, where can we get one? So what we have done, we have partnered with U2's once again, this time to offer the Jacy Whipper vinyl figurine. This is a limited run. It's only available for 3 weeks. We worked with U2's to make sure that we got the design just right. And the best thing about it is it's going to come in special custom-made boxing. So I have a couple of these at home that I've gotten in the production process. One of them I'm keeping fully in the box and treating like a collector's item. However, if you want to get one of these, they're only available for 3 weeks, so don't wait on this. Basically, September 4th or 5th is the end date for when you can get one of these. So if you want to get one now. Link is in my description, link is in the bio, link is in the comments of this video, wherever it may be. Get them now and get them fast. And if you want to get an exclusive Jacy Whipper enamel pin along with them, you can get them right on the website. This pin is only being sold with these vinyl figurines. It will not be sold anywhere else. Don't miss out on it. Rule number 6, water, sunscreen, electrolytes. Guys, the Renaissance Faire is frequently very hot. It is frequently very sunny. We've been out here 20 minutes filming this video and I am already sweating just from all this. You're going to be out here hopefully all day, but if you want to last all day, make sure you've got some water on you, make sure you got some sunscreen so you don't go home with a nasty sunburn, and make sure you're getting some electrolytes in as well. You're going to be expending a lot of salt. You want to make sure that you're replenishing all of that. Number 7, and this pairs with what I was just talking about, which is during the day, find some shade and stay in the shade. So one of the things that I've been noticing more and more over the last few years, people getting heat stroke and or fainting at my show. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to be sitting out for an hour and then have some kind of health problem. I want you to be able to enjoy the show, and I want you to be able to enjoy your day here at the fair. So please, please, please pace yourself, take breaks, again, drink some water. Number 8. Don't be afraid to see the same act more than once. So a lot of Renaissance Faire performers will actually do different shows throughout the day, even if it's the same performer. Maybe they have one show that they do at 11 o'clock and then a different show they do at 1:30, and then they go back to the first show at 3 o'clock. They'll alternate 2 different shows throughout the day. Now, not all Renaissance Faire performers do this. I sometimes do this. I sometimes don't. However, if you want to know if the Renaissance Faire performer is going to do a different show, just ask them at the end of their first show. Say, hey, are you doing a different show at the next one? You might see a completely different show. You might see a show from a performer that you've been watching for years but never saw before. Rule number 9, wear a costume or don't. Honestly, do whatever you want. So a lot of people, they think that they maybe need to wear a costume to come into the Renaissance Faire. That is not the case. You can wear a costume if you want. You can wear a t-shirt and shorts if you'd rather be cooler and more comfortable during the day. Whatever it is, wear what you want. I will say, do try to find some comfortable footwear because you're going to be walking around a lot during the day. I will say though, don't worry if you feel like your costume's not up to snuff like some of the people who've been doing this for 20, 30 years. It doesn't matter if you have a perfect Jacy Whipper cosplay that you've spent thousands of dollars, years working on, or if you just got some Jacy Whipper looking pants off of Amazon for like 30 bucks. Whatever you want to wear, come to the Renaissance Faire and wear it and just have a good time. By the way, that's rule number 10 of going to the Renaissance Faire. Have fun. At the end of the day, we're doing this because we love to have a good time. We want to have a good time. So when you come to the Renaissance Faire, do what you like, see what you want to see, and make sure that you have a good time. It's a place to let your freak flag fly. It's a place to be weird, to be funny, to be who you're not usually in real life. I love that about the Renaissance Faire. I hope you do too. So when you come to the Renaissance Faire, come on up, say hi, and I hope you have a wonderful time.
Toss a coin to your whipper, or maybe a 20, or maybe